What's up,
gaming
prigs?
Alright, so 2017 was, I think we can all agree, a pretty big year for gaming.
I think it's probably one of the best years in a long time.
The year of the Switch.
Oh, the year of the
year of the Super Nintendo.
The Xbox One X.
Yes.
Switch is like selling like hotcakes right now. The SNES Classic coming out, it's still kind of hard to find in store shelves.
Oh, I love this machine, and it's hacked.
Microsoft joining in on the mid-gen like refresh what Sony was doing with the PS4 Pro. So now we have the Xbox One X.
It's cute.
It's cute.
It's pretty cute.
Pretty cute. All right, so with those console releases, we saw a lot of games coming out like straight from the beginning of the year with games like Horizon Zero Dawn,
Mass Effect,
Mass Effect Andromeda, Persona 5, Nier Automata,
Zelda.
For me, big this year was the Nintendo Switch, obviously releasing back in March. That was my go-to console this year. I think I have 16 physical release games now. I'm loving it.
So, come on, games. Why don't you name us those games, Bob?
Yeah, name
all
all the games you beat.
Yeah.
Name all two of them.
Yeah.
But the main game, which I just beat right before the new year hit, Mario Odyssey, which I loved. It was a great, not throwback, but like extension almost on like Mario 64, which I loved. I never actually beat it back in the day, just because as a kid I got frustrated and I needed 100% it for beating it, and I never actually did. But I just beat it. I haven't 100% Odyssey yet, which, I mean, I plan on going back and beating all the extra content next year. But I love the game.
Next year, you mean 2019 or this year, 2018?
This year, 2018. I'm not going to go back and beat it right away. I want to start on some other games and beat. But yeah, I loved it. Mario Odyssey. If you haven't played it, beat it. Obviously recommend it.
Well, I just got it for Christmas, so I'll be playing it soon.
I think you got
I
it
got it for
too.
Christmas too, so I'll be playing it after this current game I'm playing.
What current game are you playing?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
So this year, I've beaten 4 RPGs, which is unheard of.
4 long RPGs too, man.
I'm very proud of that. So, at the beginning of the year, we started out kind of rough. Mass Effect. It's the 4th game in one of my favorite series of all time. It was alright, but
Yeah.
I did put like over 50 hours. You know, I enjoyed it for the most part. Wasn't, you know, the best one by any means. Then, Horizon. You know, this game freaking blew my mind. It ended up being my game of the year, which I'll talk more about it, you know, in a little bit. But yeah, I love this game with a passion. And then, Persona 5. Put like 115 hours into this game. I loved every second of it. I think about it daily.
Dreams
Yeah,
about it,
I
huh?
dream about it. Like an amazing RPG. And then I topped off the year with Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Oof.
You know, there's so much to do in this game. I kind of just did the bare minimum. I beat the Divine Beast, got the Master Sword, beat the game. You know, that was it. I could put another 200 hours in it if I want. If I want. But yeah,
Not many people have time for that.
those are the main games I beat. I think I probably beat some other smaller games, but these are the major games I've beaten.
What have you beaten today? Or
Today? Shoot, I think 2017 is probably my most like diverse year, and I think in the games I've beaten and on the consoles I beat them on. So I started off playing, I think I beat Final Fantasy 15 January this past year, but I started off that last year, of course, or 2016. Then I beat Yakuza 0, which is my first time going into that series, and that game I freaking loved a lot. Like for a while, that was like one of my favorite games this year. But I really enjoyed just like the more like the Japanese culture in that game, and the story was sick. The characters are silly and sick as freak. And then after that, I went to Mass Effect Andromeda, which I like with Rebel. I love the Mass Effect series. It was definitely my favorite series of last generation. But this game was, dang it, man. Like at first I loved it, and then it's kind of went just. I got down to the point where I'm like, I just don't want to beat it now. It kind of sucks. I mean, there's so much potential in that, but it's a shame that I think EA is kind of putting that series on hiatus because there's definitely potential there, especially with Casey Hudson going back to EA. He was the creative director behind the whole series. But shoot, dang it.
Dang it!
After that, Switch came out, Zelda. Freaking put at least almost 100 hours in that game, and I enjoyed the game a ton. I'll talk about that later in this segment, but and after Zelda, what I do? I think I played some smaller games like Stardew Valley. That game was pretty sick. I'm still playing that on my Switch every now and then. And I got Mario Kart 82 this year, or last year I should say, and then Odyssey 2 for Christmas. I'll jump on that later. And right now, currently I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I started off that game last month, and I always wanted to play it. I tried the demo out at PSX last year, and then Rebel just like testifying like how awesome that game is. I'm like, alright. And so far I like it a lot. 20 hours in, I'm taking my time. I want to explore as much as I can with that game. I just want to be like enveloped in that world. And there's like some little downfalls, but I think it's outstanding that Guerrilla Games and Sony came out with this game this year. A new IP, like Sony doing this open world game, and was like, yeah, go ahead, do it. And, like, I give props for that. So I'm enjoying that right now. And then after that, I'll be playing Mario Odyssey, I guess. But I think those are the games I've beaten this past year. I can remember right now.
Dang. So you beat it a lot,
Not
man.
bad.
Not bad. Shoot.
You're pretty good.
No, I'm alright.
Okay,
Alright.
so let's talk about our game of the year.
Ooh. You go first, dog.
I actually didn't play like a whole lot of new games. I'm a big retro gamer, so I played like a lot of retro games. I always go back to that. But the new games which I did beat this year, out of the new games that came out this year, anyways, my game of the year, but obviously it's Mario Odyssey.
Obviously.
I'm a huge platformer person. I love them. I love the genre, and there's just so much to do in this game. Like, there's 800 something moons, I think.
I mean, technically, you go to like.
You can actually max out
999. You can buy those
999.
moons, right? Or something.
Yeah, there's something like that. But I think when I beat the game, I was at 320 moons. So there's obviously like so much more to do.
You got some work to do.
Yeah, there's a lot. And I think the great thing with Mario Odyssey, there's so much replayability with it. Just the fact that there are so many moons, but finding the moons never to me became like a stale thing to do. Like, it was always fun and challenging to like, oh, there's this little area, what's over here? Like, there's got to be a moon or something. There's always something around every corner for you to find and do, and I just love it. I look forward to one day maxing it out and beating it 100%, but until then, I'm gonna enjoy every minute of it. So definitely go beat it, play it if you haven't already. So,
That's a good choice.
I like your choice,
dog.
man.
Thanks,
Heck
dog.
yeah.
For once, I like your choice.
Yeah, so mine, I already told you about it. But Horizon, this game kind of came out of nowhere for me. I expected it to be good, but not this good. But yeah, I played it, and then it was so diverse in terms of its enemies, its locales, all the upgrading. I was trying to like find all the power cells to get like the ultimate armor. I never really got bored with this game, and I do plan to play the expansion pretty soon. But yeah, it's one of those games where it just kind of came out of nowhere, and it overtook some great games this year for me. Any game that can top Persona 5 has to be a really good game, and this game, I think, does that. And I'm very glad that I convinced this guy to start playing it. But yeah, I think anyone who's played this game kind of knows that like something special about this game, and maybe one day this guy will play too. 'Cause he does have a PS4.
I don't know,
He always
man.
forgets that, but he does.
Well, actually, when we went to PSX 2016, they had a little demo for it, and we got to play for like 15 minutes. That's a little bit I've played of it, and it was awesome. I mean, I've only barely, obviously, scratched the surface, but I look forward to starting it one day. Just, I have so much backlog that, I'll get to it, just when, I don't know. But
Yes, he will.
I will, for Rebel. For
Mark
Rebel.
our words.
I'll do it for him.
I think going on that too. Like, I'm only a few hours in, but I like the collectibles. They kind of like in some games you're just collecting them just to collect them. But these ones, a lot of times you're collecting them because they provide you with information of what happened, way before the setting of this game, right? Like what happened to the modern world and all that, and why it's this world they're in is the way it is. And I think that's kind of cool. Like, it makes you want to actually look out for those little pieces that are scattered throughout the world, and kind of solving that mystery, and all that, but that's pretty sweet, man.
I agree.
Shoot.
My game of the year.
My game of the year is Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like we were just talking about, there's a lot of awesome, like, amazing games that came out this past year. Like, that's why we were saying that it's probably the best year in gaming, at least for this generation. But, dang, Zelda, this is not the first Zelda game I played, but it's the first one I beat, actually. And I just fell in love with it, just from the get-go. Like, for me, like, it was kind of like how Bob was talking about with Mario Odyssey. Like, every hill you go over, every, like, mountain you climb, there's always something there that's kind of like, it catches your attention. It's subtle how they do it. Like, you just see this rock that you're, like, thinking, like, that shouldn't be there. And then you go and check it out, and, like, oh, if I place this rock on this little, this keyhole, whatever, a shrine comes out or a chest comes out and stuff. And I thought that was kind of cool, just how alive they made the world feel, and just how, like, it kind of, like, catches and sparks your, like, your attention and your exploration and all that. And plus, I think kind of sucks a lot of people are maybe want to compare this open world RPG to other open world RPG, because you can just pretty much do anything you want, climb mountains, freaking just like
Heck yeah, go down the
paraglide wherever you want.
Yeah.
And then I think they just crafted like probably one of the most like amazing or perfect like open world like games you can like go out and explore. And the story was cool. The art direction I thought was awesome. I don't know, man. This game was sick.
I think it's gonna be hard for Nintendo to top
Yeah.
this Zelda. Honestly, I think it's gonna be hard for them to top this Mario game too. It's just they set the bar too high.
Too high. And I think they're saying, or they're hinting it's going to be another open world like Zelda game.
Yeah, I don't think you can ever go
you
back.
have to.
By using the same
Yeah.
engine and all that, I'm sure they won't like just put all this money and research into building this engine and only use it for one game. But I've yet to go to the 2 expansions. I plan on to, and I just can't wait to go back into the world of Hyrule again. Guys,
So that was our 2017 in review. Our favorite games. Let us know your favorite games of the past year, and
in the comments below.
Heck yeah.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.